Shows. My name is Nomsa Clara Mnumbe. I'm the founder of Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency and the founder of Ngosi Talk Shows. So it's good to be back home today, and I'm glad that my holiday is over. So hope everyone, you guys are okay and doing well. So today I'm on my own as because I'm having a break. So today I'll be talking about a few things you need to know when starting your own business. Some people want to start their own business, but we're all making excuses that I'm not ready. I'm gonna be ready when I do this. When I do this, but guess what? Starting your own business, your own business, you don't have to be ready to start your own business. You have to basically be able to say, okay, I'm gonna conquer this fear and have the courage and strength to actually uh, get out there and do what you do best, because we all have ideas, we all have visions. You can't tell me that there's someone on earth who doesn't have a story. Everyone has a story, amazing story about what they've been through and about what they know, and that story can be turned into a business. So that's what I will be talking about it today. um, if you guys can just bear with me, I'm gonna try to actually share my life. Just 1 second. So everyone has a story that they basically can use to start their own business. Everyone has an experience that they can use basically to start their own business and save the world. So that's why I just thought maybe I need to give people some tips on what to do to start your own business. So I'm sharing my life here. Yep, let's start. So to start your own business, first, what do you need to do? Basically, you need to ask yourself a few questions. Basically, first thing, are you able to handle the stress and the freedom? The reason why I'm saying, are you able to handle the stress and the freedom, is because uh, some people, when you start your own business, success can be scary. When you actually basically start living a different life, it can be very, very scary because, number one, if you are starting your business, there's a target that the vision, you have a vision. So when you have that vision, you also have a vision of how much money do you need to make per year. And when you reach that target, let's say a half a million for per year, when you reach that half a million, uh, it can be they could be fear that what if I lose it? So that's why from the beginning you have to actually ask yourself these questions and be able to face them. The stress, will I be able to handle the stress when starting my own business? Because it's not a lovely, posh, extravagant journey starting your own business. Everything is you. So when you start, basically the phone calls, if things don't go right in that day, it's gonna be you that you're gonna have to handle that. And then when you are successful, it's gonna be you that is gonna have to handle the success, the lifestyle, the different lifestyle. So all that, it can be fear, it can discourage you because of fear. But if you face it, then you'll be okay from the beginning. So are you someone who follows through everything, or are you somebody who start things? So this is the question that you need to ask yourself. Are you willing to follow through when things get tough? Or are you someone that just give up? You start things, and when things gets tough, you give up and say, I'm not cut up for this, I can't do this. So are you someone that is gonna say, okay, things are getting tough right now, but I'm willing to climb that mountain. So this is the question that you need to ask yourself before starting your own business. Will you be able to follow through? And the other question is, how do you feel taking risk? Because as a business person, you have to take risk. When I'm saying risk, I'm going to be very clear. I'm not talking about risk where you go online, you find people are selling products and they manipulate you, saying you need to buy this if you don't buy this, and blah blah blah. And then you say, I'm going to take a risk and buy their products, and this product is going to help me to achieve, to get me where I need to go. That is not taking a risk. Basically, that is basically we're gonna come to that later. When you start your own business, basically you have to be someone that is willing to take risk. When I'm saying risk, I'm talking about decisions. When it comes to business, you have to make decisions, and sometimes it is going to require you to take risk that moment. So, are you willing to do that? Hey, Kieran, how are you? Hi, Elizabeth. How are you guys? I can't see you. So good to see you. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Elizabeth. It's good to see you, Kieran. So I'm putting thumbs up as well. So thank you so much for saying hi. So are you someone who is willing to actually take risk? Um, and the other question is, can you survive without regular paychecks? If you have work, can you actually survive? Because with work, you are guaranteed that you're gonna get paid. There's gonna be a pay slip walking in that door end of the month. If you are getting paid on the 31st, there is a guarantee that you are going to get paid. So, but if you start your own business, there are no guarantees. So I'm not trying to scare you guys off. So I'm just trying to be honest. So if you start your own business, are you someone who can survive without that regular paycheck? When the customers don't call, would you survive to hold on? Would you hold on to keep going to find customers? Customers, that's what I'm talking about. So the other question is that you need to ask yourself is, are you a leader or a follower? Because for you to have your own business, you have to be a leader. You have to have a mindset of a leader, not a follower. A leader, it means you make tough decisions. Even if it means you're going to have to hate somebody else for you not to follow people, that is a leader. A great leader makes good decisions based on love, based on success, based on your vision, based on following your path. You can't, if you are a leader, you can't just basically and say, if somebody comes in and say, oh, don't do that, do this, and then you start following that. A great leader, you have a vision, you plan your vision, and you have to follow through. You have a mentor that is going to guide you. So you have to ask yourself a question. Basically, if you want to start your own business, this is the questions that you deep, am I a leader or a follower? If you find yourself being a follower, but you want to start a business, you can work on those bad habits of you working on your strength, and then becoming a great leader and learn how to lead instead of following people. So that's what a great leader do. So you have to work on that. So you have to work on that. If you do work on that, which is your weakness, so you can actually, that means you're ready. You're getting ready in the process of starting your own business. And the other thing is, are you willing to work 60 hours per week or more? Starting your own business, starting your own business, you can't work 2 hours, 3 hours, or maybe say 5 hours. You have to work more than hours. I personally myself, I get up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. If I go to bed late, I get up at 5:30. So I always make sure that I have enough sleep so I can work, basically, so I can be productive and focused. So I make sure that I go to bed early. If I go to bed late, then I have to make up my hours. But then I make sure that if I'm late, I make sure that at 5 o'clock or 5:30, I'm up and starting my work. And what time do I finish? I finish at 5. That is Monday to Saturday. So I work more hours, or sometimes if I have to work like Saturday, I work all day. And if these guys are doing something, or if they go out, or if I'm not going out, I've been to see clients, they go out. Sometimes they go out in the evening. If I'm not there to go out with them, I'll just sit on the sofa and just do my work. Sometimes there are times where if the business is demanding or I need to work extra hours, sometimes I do work. My family, they do understand that I basically have to work, but at the same time, I give them hours. Like I was away for the whole week. Last week, I went on holiday. I came back on Sunday. So I made sure that when I was on holiday, they have time with me. I was focusing on my family and spending time with them. But when I come back, it means work. I just work. And also, I make sure that I give them their hours, family time as well. I don't just focus on the business. So you have to be, when before you start your own business, you have to ask yourself, are you willing to work long hours without stressing yourself? You have to work. It's a habit that you have to work on it. Uh, Basically having to work long hours without, uh, it's not optional, I'm afraid. When you are starting your own business as a startup, long hours is not optional. If you basically you want to succeed, the businesses, most of them, they collapse for the first 3 years or 5 years. They collapse. So you have to be somebody that is going to be consistent with your hours and making sure that you have the right support as well within your family, and that helps. Uh, are you someone that is actually likes to know what to expect? Because when it comes to business, there are surprises. So are you someone that cannot cope with surprises? So if you are that person that basically they like to know what's going to happen tomorrow, they like to know what they are doing, because when it comes to business, it's completely different. So anything can happen when it comes to business. Tomorrow it could be something else. So if you are that someone that likes to know what they expect, so then you need to work on yourself. You need to work on yourself. That's why you need a coach. You need to work on yourself. And also the other question that you need to, for those who are watching me, guys, feel free to type whatever you want to type. Feel free to have a conversation with me. So you are allowed to have a conversation with me. Don't just watch. If you feel that there's something that you need to add or something that you need to ask, please feel free to have a conversation with me, or just to add for our audience whatever you have. You think that is going to benefit with our audience. You never know. So just feel free to type. So, and the other thing is, can you survive with the uncertainty when it comes to business? When you're starting your own business, these are simple questions that they're simple, but if you face them, write them down and ask yourself, if you feel that you're not sure but you really want to start a business. That's why it's very important to, because the fear, just by asking yourself these questions, it means that you are facing them, and when you start your own business, you know what to expect, and you have a coach. Sometimes, for those who cannot afford the coaches, there are some free coaches. If you go to the government website, you can find free coaches if you are based in the UK. So there are free coaches that you can find on the government website. There are some people that who volunteer to give 2 hours or 1 hour per day, sometimes maybe 5 hours per week, or sometimes because when they give you that 1 hour, it's a lot actually, because they will just come in and let you know, give you some work and lots of things that you need to do, and then they go off and then they come back. It's like having a accountability body. So when you're asking these questions, that means you are preparing yourself. So, are you somebody who is good at sticking in one task? Because some people, basically, they cannot cope in focusing on just one thing. So some people, they give up very, very easily. They get bored very, very easily. But if you want to start a business, you cannot cope. You can't succeed with that attitude. So those are the better habits that you will need to work on if you are somebody who basically can't cope with one task. So you're gonna have to work on that one. It's a bad habit, and when you're starting your own business, it's something that you're gonna have to work on. It's something that you're gonna have to actually untangle it and chain yourself. If you can't complete a task, I used to have that habit, I think 11 years ago. Sometimes if I start something, I basically give up very easily, because I will have all these thoughts that I wasn't good enough and no one is gonna take me serious and things like that. I had all sorts of things going on in my head. You start making up stories. You'll be surprised at how much your head can start making up stories, but you actually yourself are capable of doing that. So you need to ask yourself, if you're that person who cannot complete the task, work on your better habit, and try to complete the task, and then follow through it. And are you a competitive person or not? Because when it comes to business, you have to be somebody, you can't have mercy when it comes to your competitors. When it comes to business, you are not competing, but you have to be ahead of your competitors. Basically, because your competitors, basically, if they have strength to actually go up and do some research and basically produce good products. So that means you have no products to sell. So you have to be that person that is competitive. When I'm saying competitive, I'm not saying competitive with your family, with your friends. No, I'm saying you go online, you do some research, you look at your competitors, the people that you'll be selling product, you'll be competing with. Where are they? What is missing in their products? So that means that then you can improve your own products. So are you willing to do that, or are you somebody who has mercy and say, "Oh, I'm good. They are doing this. I'm just gonna do exactly the same like what they do." So are you that person? So if you are somebody who doesn't mind to do some research and beat your competitors, you're good to go. You're good to succeed. So that's what the question you need to ask yourself when it comes to starting your own business. Are you self-disciplined? The other question that you need to ask yourself: are you self-disciplined? Because you need to be disciplined when it comes to running your own business. social media? Would you go on social media, actually do your business, post things about your business, and get out and go and get things done? Or are you somebody who likes to chat on social media? Are you somebody who gets up early in the morning? There's some people that gets up early in the morning, and unfortunately, this it takes over. Mobile phones, they're beautiful. It's a smartphone. If you look at my phone, it's beautiful, but it's very, very destructive. So it can actually, mobile phone, it can take your time. So are you that somebody who actually can actually, who is self-disciplined? When I get up in the morning, my mobile phone is with me, but I'm actually not using my mobile phone. I just get up in the morning. I know I have a plan. I know the things that I have to do. I get up in the morning. I do the things that I have to do. The mobile phone is there when it rings. I know there is no one that can ring me at 4, 5, 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. for business or 7 a.m. for business. I know people start ringing me after 9 for business. So that means anyone that rings me that time early in the morning, so I'm gonna have to ignore my phone. I'm gonna have to be disciplined and ignore my phone, unless if it's an emergency. If I look at it and it's an emergency, I answer the phone. So those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Can you live without a structure, meaning without a regular job? Can you live with that? Can you live without a regular job? Basically, some people, before I started my own business, I had a regular income, but then I knew what I wanted, and I knew that there was never going to be the right time to start a business. Some people say, I need to this, I need to do this, I need to do this. But when you start your own business, there is never a right time to start your own business. So can you live without your regular job? Start your own business. So those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. And do you have business skills? It's very, very important to ask yourself this question: do I have business skills? If you don't have business skills, you can learn business skills. You can go to work. If you're somebody you want to start your own business, you can go to work. Like if you have 8 till 5 job or 9 till 5 job, you can go to work, and then when you finish work, like your bedtime, you can go online, learn the skills for business. We have internet. We are so blessed to have so much reading. There are so many people, good writers who have written books about business skills. So if you ask yourself and say, do I have business skills? If the answer is yes, you are ready, you start your own business. If the answer is no, nothing can stop you. You can go actually online and then start to learn your business skills online and social media everywhere. On YouTube, there are so many YouTubers, good YouTubers who have written books, who are basically putting ideas, tips on everything. You can Google everything, so nothing can stop you. If you don't have business skills, 2 hours every day. You can give yourself 2 hours the time to watch TV, give up social media, give up mobile phone, give up video games. You can if you give up all these things, then you have time for you to learn business skills if that's what you want to do. So nothing can stop you. If you don't have business skills, nothing can stop you. You can give yourself those hours and learn your business skills. So that's the question that you need to ask yourself. If you don't have it, are you willing to learn? That's the question you need to ask yourself. If you ask yourself, do I have business skills? The answer is yes, I'm going for it. If I don't have business skills, am I willing to learn? And the answer is yes. You have to, you can go for what you want. without any excuses. Some people make so many excuses. I'm going to start my business when I do this. I'm going to get married when I do this. I'm going to do this. Guess what? There is never the right time to get married. There is never the right time to find your spouse. There's never the right time to start your own business. So you might as well get on with it. If you know what you want to do in life, just get on with it. Honestly, that is my basically advice. Get on with what you want to do. Is never ever a right time as long as you have support around you. When I'm saying you have a support around you, I'm not saying you go around and telling people this is what you want to do and you expect everyone to actually support you. When the moment you tell people this is what you want to do, people are just going to dismiss everything and say no, you can't. So you have to find, the champion in your life. There's one person in your life. Everyone has a champion in their lives. It can either be a family member, a friend, or a coach. So some people already, they have coaches, mentors in their lives. So you can, if you want to do something, you can go in and tell that person that they are champion in your life and say, listen, this is what I want to do. Would you like to support me with this, or would you like to be my accountability? So that's how you can basically move forward. And are you willing to change the course when things are not going your way? If you start your own business. So this is the question that you need to ask yourself, because starting your own business, things might not go according the way you have planned. So are you willing to change the course? Are you somebody who can adapt to any situation? So if you are not that person, you work on it. Anybody can work on anything. You can work on it. If you feel that this is my weakness, work on it. And when you work on it, that means when you start your own business, you are ready. So that is part of business skills. So when you are learning your business skills, you also learn about adapting to any situation. So that means if things don't go your way, if the things that you have planned, they turn out to be not so good. So are you willing to get up instead of complaining? Get up and basically hold yourself accountable and get on with it and tweak things around. So you can move forward and succeed with your business. That's how life is, I'm afraid. And that's how business is, I'm afraid. I wish I can tell you and say, oh, when it comes to business, everything works out so beautiful, but it doesn't. It's not scary. That's how it is. So sometimes the plans that you plan, or you get a web designer, you pay them loads of money, and they don't do the work how you expect them to do. Will you be able to get up and find somebody else that can actually and do the work? Or could be other things. It could be the business plan is not going well, it's not going the way you've planned. Would you be able to tweak instead of complaining and say, I'm not cut up for this? You are cut up for it. Instead of saying, I'm not cut up for this, are you able to tweak things and change things around? So that's what the business is all about. And the other question is, can you hustle for customers and clients? Are you that person who can hustle without blackmailing? I've seen people on social media when they are selling things, they selling the products, they blackmail people using is, I'm not sure whether it's psychology or not. I'm not sure. It's like pushing, like I'm a relationship coach. So I've seen that when I go and watch people's lives, people pushing me to buy their products, letting me know that they can coach me. So I'm like, no, I already have a coach. And if I say I've already have a coach, they will try to use my pain to actually, they will try to use the pain basically like asking me questions and trying to use the psychology and pain against me. So I'm already a psychologist, and I've already learned personal development about how to use pain to sell your products. So I don't buy that. I don't buy that. So when I'm saying, are you willing to hustle clients, to hustle for clients, is are you willing to actually learn about marketing? If you don't know anything about marketing, are you willing to bring someone in to actually help you with your marketing? So that's what I'm talking about. We have to talk about good things and good stuff. How well do you handle pressure? Are you good with pressure or not? Is it part of your weaknesses? So how well are you, will you be, are you willing to handle that pressure when things go wrong, when things get tough, when it comes to business or clients that they are not happy? Are you willing to actually handle your clients? Are you willing to still provide the high-end service? When I'm saying a high-end service, is it means when a client, sometimes clients can be annoying. Sometimes you can prepare to help them, and then they come back not satisfied. So are you willing, when you are under that pressure, are you willing to still treat them with love, with grace? So are you willing to do that? And are you willing to actually keep helping them when things get tough? Are you willing to actually go on when the company, like right now, is a coronavirus and things are not going how they should be in the around the world? So are you willing to hold on? Uh, that's the other question that uh, you need to work on. Is your strength, or is it your weakness, one of your weaknesses? So if it's one of your weaknesses, then you can work on it. It doesn't mean that you give up. And the other question that you need to ask yourself is, are you able to research your niche? You want to start a business, you know what you want to do. So are you able to actually do some research, proper? When I'm saying proper research, it means basically you have to do thorough research about your competitors. What are they doing? What is the gap in the market? And your products, you need to basically work on your products so you can focus on that. You can't be saying, okay, like myself, I'm a love harmonist. I basically I connect people, find love, and I can't be doing connecting people, find love. Yes, I can't be selling clothes. I can sell clothes if I have somebody who is managing the website or doing other things. Yes, I can have a clothing line. It's fine, but you can't be doing everything, like talking about different things. So that is that. Are you somebody who actually are you willing to focus on your niche and research your niche? And the other thing you need to think about yourself is your business idea. Have you thought really thorough about your business idea? So if you have that business idea, and if the answer is yes, then you can create that business idea and then move forward. Find someone you trust. It can either member of your family and member of your family, or a business coach as well. Some people already have money. There are some people basically when they start a business, they are already wealthy and they want to start their own business, or their husband is wealthy, or their wife is wealthy, or whatever family they're wealthy, but they've already have the money. So if it depends with the circumstances, then you can start your own business. So if you know you have the money and you have this business idea, find a friend or a family member or a mentor and pitch that idea to them. If they can understand the idea, then that means it's going to work. I'm not saying if somebody does not understand your idea, it's not going to work. It means you need to work on the vision and ask them why they don't understand it. Because if you are selling something to somebody, they need to be able to understand it straight away. What is the vision? What are you selling to them? So, meaning when you have a vision, you have to begin with, if you have a vision for your business, in order for you to pitch that vision to somebody else, you have to begin with the end, with the ending. When you begin with the ending, it means that person that will be able to understand what you are creating. So if you are creating a business, you have a vision, and you tell me the long story, I'm going to go to sleep, I'm not going to understand what you are creating. So if you work on your vision and you begin, when you're pitching that vision, you begin describing your idea with the ending backwards, the world that will exist when your vision is created. That's what I mean. What kind of world is it going to exist when that vision is created? If it's love, that means people will be married. So you have to describe your vision backwards. And then that person understand. Once they understand what you're talking about, then you can start creating your business plan. And then once you create your business plan, you have to have a plan with finances. How are you going to finance that business? How are you going to finance it is very, very important. Once you create your business plan, you can approach companies when it comes to financing your business. If you can't finance it yourself, you can apply for business startups. If you are in the UK, I only know some things about UK. You can apply for business startups, and once you apply for business startups, they give you £25,000 if your business plan makes sense. So, but you don't have to take that £25,000 in one go. You can choose to take a half of it, or you can choose to take 15 grand and then take the other one later. Or you can simply say, I want to take it all. It's up to you. And for those who are not working, if you are based in the UK and you want to start your business, you can actually go to the job center. If you are on what is it called, the benefits, if you are on job seekers allowance, and if you are on benefits, basically, and if you're not working, you're on benefits, or if you're a single parent, single parent, you can go to the job center and ask if you can have an appointment with business. Oh, I did some research. I've forgotten what it's called. With what is it called? With Pinnacle people. Is it Pinnacle people? Yes, you can ask to have. When you ask for these people, you have to be ready to pitch your idea. So you ask the job center if you can have an appointment with them, and they'll bring somebody in. Then you pitch your idea. Once you pitch your idea, what they do is the next stage is for you to actually, you don't have to have created a business plan with the job center. You don't have to have that yet. So once you pitch your idea, they understand your idea. They'll bring someone in to help you create a business plan properly. Business plan with the cash flow focus, everything together for free. So once they accept you to the next stage, or they say, we're going to create a business plan, you create a business plan for them. It takes about a few weeks, 10 weeks, create a business plan. And the meeting is once a month. You create a business plan. And once you create that business plan, they will approve the business plan. And once they approve the business plan is signed off, then you go to then you have to go, you send the business plan off to the startup loans. They do that for you. You don't do it. They will do that for you. They will take your business plan. Once the business plan is approved, they will take it off. But the person that is working with you, they will make sure that they work very hard, that they know what they expect. So they work with you to make sure that your business plan is approved. So then they will send it off to business startups. So business startups, once your business is approved to the first stage, and then to go to the next stage, when it goes to the startup loan, there is a guarantee. That means you are guaranteed 100% to get that to get the loan, £25,000. So for those who are not on benefits, if you want to start your own business, creating a business plan for it to be approved, you can go online to avoid the cost, learn how to create a business plan. Then what I did myself, I got my friend who has already have his own business. He helped me to create a business plan, because a business coach, they know what is expected when somebody is evaluating your business plan when you're applying for business loan. So they know what is expected. So what they will do is they will create a business plan with you, and then send off that business plan. And once the business plan is created, or you create with a business coach, you are guaranteed, because everything that is needed, information, everything, they will help you, everything. Or if you have a friend that can help you, you can do that. I asked my friend basically to help me to create my business plan, and that was it. And then you can do that, create your own business plan it, and send it off to startup loan, and then 25 grand. There are two different things. So I hope this information works, because it has two information: the person that is on benefits and somebody that is not on benefits. So once you create your business plan with your cash flow forecast, everything together, you have a business, you know what you are expected to, your turnover is going to be within a year. You have to memorize it, because what happens is the bank is sometimes, although your business plan looks good, sometimes they'll call you up on guard. They'll call you to verify everything. Sometimes they will have a meeting with you and to verify everything. So if you, let's say, if you went with the bank, obviously with the bank, they're going to want to meet you in person. So you have to make sure that everything that you've written down, you memorize it, so you know exactly what you're talking about. Because if you create a business plan, you have to know what you're talking about. You have to know what you've written down. Startup loan, you want to have a meeting with them. Mainly they do things online and they'll call you, so in that way. But if you go with the startup loan with the banks, then they'll want to meet you in person. I didn't have to meet the startup loan with them. Everything was done over the phone and internet, through emails and everything, because they were happy with my business plan. And then they caught me off guard. Anytime they can call, ask you questions, and then they ask you to write that pitch, basically separate with your business plan. It's fine. And what was the other thing that we need to think about? Once you have your business plan, you have your vision. Now you have created your business plan. You know the world that is going, what kind of a world that is going to exist in your, when you've created that business. So now you actually, as a leader, what future do you see? You have to be clear with your vision. You have to be clear with the future that you see. after your business has been created. You have to have a strategic plan. You have to have a good plan. Basically, and having that clear vision. And what else do you need to do? So you have to work on your time management skills and on your management skills. Basically, a great leader gets things done. So those are the things that you have to actually uh, you have to basically have to have in mind. A great leader, they have the ability. So the things that you need to think about is a great leader has the ability to think, to basically to create something out of nothing. And a great leader is good with the time management. And you have to learn how to manage your team as well, because if you are the CEO of the company, you are gonna have to know how to manage the team, and you're gonna have to know how to deal with the different characters within the company. Because when you employ people, you're doing in that interview, you're gonna interview people, and what you see on that interview, it will be completely different when it comes to people working every day. If you have to work with someone Monday to Friday, so you have to be someone that knows how to manage different characters and how to deal with people when they are going through tough times, when they are going through good times. So you have to be somebody who can adapt and who can support their basically their staff when they are going through tough times. So you have to be that person. You have to be that kind of a person, the boss, the good one. And so basically, once you created your business plan, that means you have clarity of what your vision will look like. So that means you're good to go. And then, are you okay with personal branding? Sometimes you might have to change some other things when it comes to personal branding. You have to show up as authentic as possible. That when it comes to personal branding and business branding, you have to be as authentic. So are you willing to do that? These are the questions that you need to ask yourself as well, because when it comes to personal branding, um, some people, they seem to think that you have to pretend to be something that you're not. So when you show up on social media, who are you show up as? So those are the questions that you need to ask yourself. Is very important to go on social media and just show up as authentic as possible, or to meet your clients, show up as authentic as possible. Let them meet the real you and sell yourself. You don't have to put on any character. You don't have to actually, you have to have sales skills. If you don't have sales skills, you ask somebody to come in. You can hire somebody to do the sales in that sales department. So if you don't have sales skills, like myself, I'm not good at selling. So I leave it for somebody else. I can sell stuff, but I'm not as good, because when it comes to business, there are no games. Uh, Using my psychology, although that I'm a psychologist, I know some people, they always say you use this, but if you show up to somebody as authentic as possible and they're single, when it comes to love, I can't push somebody to come and register through the agency if they're not ready. So it means that I have to show up as authentic, and I show people this is who I am, this is what I do, this is what you can get when you join Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency. This is what you're gonna get when you actually work with one of Ngozi Talk Show speakers. I have to show up as authentic as possible. Then it will be your choice whether you want to join the agency or you don't. So that's how it works. show up as authentic as possible. I've seen it online. I show up online and people try to manipulate my mind for me to buy their products, and it doesn't work. It might work with other people, but with me, it doesn't work. So it does help with those if you show up as authentic as possible. And so, and for other things with the personal branding, when I'm saying show up as authentic as possible, that means uh, you have to look at your clients basically, and then brand yourself. What do you think is gonna look good with you? Not copying other people. So what do you think is gonna look good when you show up as that person? For me, basically, I have my personal branding, and um, what did I want to say? I have my personal branding. Basically, sometimes people see me. I show up basically with my personal branding. Is it means I look glamorous because I help uh, my clients. Basically, they are all high end clients. So basically, I chose my personal branding that suits uh, my products. This is who I am, and that's how I show up. So that's what I've created. I've created my website. My website goes with my personal branding. When you look at my pictures, that is my personal branding that goes with my brand. When you go to my Instagram, that is my personal branding as well. I don't copy anybody else. What I do is my competitors, they are my role models. I treat my competitors as my role models. So I go and have a look at my competitors. What can they do? What are they doing better that I'm not doing? So, and then after that, I do some research on the things that can improve my branding and not competing with them or not copying them. So once I have a clear idea of what my brand should look like, so that's how, if you go on my Instagram, you will see how my branding looks like. It's completely, it stands out on its own. When you say this is a Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency, it stands out on its own. So that's how business branding and your personal branding it should be, not you copying somebody else. So that's how it should look like. And basically, what I did when I was branding myself, and with my business coach, I did this with my business coach. I had to develop my own professional identity that align with my values. So when I'm saying I had to create my own basically professional identity, it means I had to look at my business values, and I had to look at my basically the my clients' desires, and the company, how I show up in that identity. And then I came up with that idea of this is who I'm gonna be when I show up. This is how I'm going to look like, and based on my branding, based on my identity. So everything, anyway, any statement, whatever you do when it comes to business, it begins with your values and your beliefs. So that's how I created my personal branding and business branding. I created Daisy helped me to create my business branding actually, and personal branding. He actually told he had to pitch as a mentor what he expects from me to show up on social media, how he expects me to actually show up as a CEO. And then I went home based on what he is as a business coach, how he works. So I had to go home and create my own professional identity, not based on what he wanted, but based on what I wanted. So I asked him to give me some ideas as my mentor, and then he gave me some ideas like on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is my business, is for business. On Instagram for business. So I have Instagram, personal Instagram, and I have a Facebook business page, and I have my own Facebook page, my own personal Facebook page. So on my own personal Facebook page, I can post whatever I want as long my character remains the same as a business owner. So my character remains the same and my values, but I can post my children, I can post my family. It's for me to post whatever I want. But when it comes to my business page, I can't post that. So that's why he had to explain the difference between this and that. So if you go on my Instagram, I don't post my children on my Instagram business page and Twitter business page or LinkedIn business page. I don't post the children. So that's how my character is. And the other thing is you have to work on the qualities as a leader. What qualities that is expected from you as a leader? You have to have you have to be with the person with integrity for you to start your own business. For you to be a CEO, you have to have courage. When you find yourself in that slaughterhouse, when a lion finds itself in a slaughterhouse, all they want to do is to come out alive, not to be slaughtered, not to be put down. They want to have strength so they can climb the mountain and come out alive in that slaughterhouse. So you have to be somebody who has courage, humility. You have to know how to plan, have strategy to plan things. You have to be somebody that stays focused no matter what. You stay focused. Even if things don't go your way or there's distraction, you stay focused. It's very, very important to do that. And you have to be somebody who is cooperative. And then Brian Tracy talks about the law of compensation. So as a business owner, is very, very important to understand the law of compensation. The law of compensation will increase your value, your business value. It will increase your business value. And if you want to increase your value for your business, for your income, you have to increase the value of your contribution to the world. You have to be somebody, the next one that it talks about, fill your mind with success. Your mental, your attitude towards success, your attitude towards people, your attitude towards life, your attitude towards the things that you do in life, your attitude towards your family, your attitude towards everybody around you. So what are you filling your mind in your daily basics things? So you have to be that person that you fill your mind with success. And the other thing is do more than you are paid for. Means 60 hours per week. We spoke about 60 hours per week, so that means you actually great success. The law says great success comes from those who always make it a habit to put more than they take out. So you have to be that person. You have to provide the cause, enjoy the effects. You provide, you work hard, enjoy your success. You have to be somebody that exercises action all the time. Take action. If things are not working, just look around and just sort them out and taking action and not saying I'm not cut up for this. That's what you're going you that's what life is about. That's what people do. When they want to give up, they say I'm not cut up for this. When things get tough, I'm not cut up for this. And that's not what life is about. Life is about you learning to have strength, learning to have courage, even sometimes when you don't feel like it. So I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. So if you wanna get in touch with me, you can go to, you wanna get in touch with Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency, go to www.hseia.com and you can get in touch with me there if you're single and you're looking for love. If you want to get in touch with Ngosi Talk Shows, you can go to Ngosi Talk Show page and get in touch with us and just write a note which speaker you want to get in touch, or if it's the problem that you have, and get in touch with us. We give you a 30 minutes free consultation just to find out how we can help you. So we are here Monday to Friday and Ngosi Talk Shows, 1 p.m. UK time. Live with grace, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.